In today's video, how to get rid of those negative and unwanted thoughts that get you down when your mind wanders. Greetings, my name is Nigel Mayo and this is my channel Salad Cream Boy. If you're finding me for the first time, this channel is devoted to helping those with anxiety and depression improve their mental state. Right then, with all that out the way, let's begin, shall we? So the thing about mental health is that there really is no quick fixes. The road to recovery, or at the very least a better mental or emotional state, can be a long and difficult one. If your goal is to create a lasting change, it takes time. In this case though, how to get rid of unwanted thoughts and negative thoughts, there's a simple technique that can help you create a lasting change in your thinking. This is a CBT technique. CBT stands for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, and I'll be telling you what this tip is in just a minute. But first, let me paint you a picture. Do you ever find yourself daydreaming about things that aren't necessarily negative, but there aren't necessarily any point to them either? It might be about a past scenario or conversation that you might be thinking, God, I wish I would have said that. I shouldn't have had to explain myself on that. I wish I could have just said no to them. Why didn't I do that instead? That was so stupid. God, I know what to say to this person now. Why did I put up with that? Me too. And yeah, all of these thoughts can be crippling and take up so much time and so much of your energy as well. So without any further ado, here's that tip I was talking about. It's just 3 words. If you're having that negative or unwanted thought and it's in your head and you want nothing to do with it, you're just going to ask yourself this question. Are we ready? Get your pen and paper on standby. And that question of 3 words is this. Is this useful? But Salad Cream Boy, you dashing and handsome informer, you might ask. Isn't this just a waste of my time where I should be spending it elsewhere to improve myself? I thought things like this took time. Well, hypothetical person that I use as a prop to prove my point. You see, the point of this question is to put you in the driving seat of your mind. It puts you in control. I know, right? Like this video if you're getting value. When these negative thoughts are just swimming around in your head and you're listening to them, when you let them in and you're letting them do what they want, and why am I still doing this with my hand? You're giving these thoughts control and letting them have power over you physically and mentally. When you ask that question, is this useful? You're putting your mind in a vulnerable state, vulnerable to you. So when you're feeling anxious, a bit sorry for yourself, a bit sad and maybe a bit lonely, and honestly this happens to the best of us, and you're also thinking, I'm so alone, I've got no one to talk to, what am I doing with my life, what's wrong with me, I wish I had more friends, is this useful? And when you ask yourself that question, the answer's obviously going to be hells to the no. And then you start asking yourself, what good is feeling sorry for myself doing for me in the present moment? These thoughts are just making me feel worse the longer that they're in my head. And when you ask yourself the question, is this useful? They stop dead. You start saying to yourself, there's no point in it. And what you're doing is you're giving yourself permission to say no and to stop those thoughts. But what this is also going to do is encourage you to take action. So basically the thoughts are there, I'm lonely, and then you say, is this useful? And then the thoughts are gone. So now what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do so that you're not lonely anymore? So now what you can do is focus on the present moment and think about what you're going to do next without all of those negative and unwanted thoughts swimming around your head. Honestly, these 3 words have changed my life, and it's one of the reasons I'm making this video, to see if I can help you and if they can help you. So like this video if you got any value from this content, subscribe if you want to know more about improving your mental state, and comment below to let me know, has this worked for you? It really does help not just me but all of your favourite content creators grow and support their channels, and without this we wouldn't be able to give you the content that you love and deserve. Because at the end of the day, it gets dark.